So with games, sometimes one person's making everything, and sometimes that's quite obvious because there is a cohesion to everything that's like everything is aiming for the same goal. But oftentimes games are actually made with a group of people, and they usually have quite different backgrounds, and they have different goals, and they may be in different places and all this kind of thing. And this is something that happens quite often with me because I'm collaborating with all these different people, especially in visual novels, because there's this thing with visual novel, this sentiment that's quite prevalent within the community that, you know, people come for the art, but they stay for the writing. And it's something that I've started to dig into deeper within this idea because it's wrong. It's fundamentally wrong because people don't stay for the writing, they stay for the story, which is a totally different thing. And what we need to do as a community is really decouple writing and story, because writing is just a vehicle. Art is a vehicle, sound is a vehicle, audio is a vehicle, choice is a vehicle. All these things are just a way of doing story. And so we really need to break that down and go, rather than going, oh, we need to solve this with words because I'm telling a story, it needs to be solved with words. We need to go, okay, I've got this problem. It's a storytelling problem. What is the best tool I can use to solve this problem? And sometimes it may be words. Sometimes it may be better to say nothing at all and just use visuals or sound or, you know, something else. There's always other options. And especially with visual novels, we tend to get stuck in this idea that there's this word count we need to reach in order to tell this story because it's a visual novel. And we just use these visuals in order to kind of accompany it, you know, show expressions and that type of thing. And this is something that I'm getting really frustrated with because I don't want to be that peripheral anymore. I want to be more active within the storytelling. And it's not an uncommon problem. Like comics went through this exact same thing. You look at comics these days, there's been a lot of progress where people aren't just going, oh, we've got the writing and we have art and we'll mash them together and we'll be fine. There's times when you're saying something and then you're showing something different, and that combination is really, really powerful because you're actually saying something else entirely with the story. And that's something we don't play around a lot with visual novels. It's almost sometimes a literal translation between what the writing is saying and what the art is showing. And there's so much room to play here, and I can almost feel it where I need to go. It's something that I'm not entirely sure how to tackle yet, but it's something that I really, really, really want to engage in. And I think with the right people, it could be a really, really powerful experience to have, because visual novels are quite unique in that they are very focused on writing, but there's also the art and the sound and this choice mechanic that is really, really strong in them. And we need to start playing more with all these different elements rather than just going, it's like a book, but with pictures and sound, because that's not what it is anymore. It's a very distinct medium and we need to take advantage of that.